we'd be up at around about 6 o'clock. We'd be assembled for breakfast around our table by probably 6:30, and then we'd make our trip down through the river. I think it was probably about a mile or so to the school.
The school, I think it's fair to say, shocked me in terms of the conditions. There were 2 classrooms with no roof whatsoever. There was 1 classroom which structurally I wouldn't have liked to have gone inside it, which was being used as a permanent basis. And there were 2 other classrooms which were in a state of disrepair. Our task during the week was to get at least 2 of those classrooms back up to some sort of usable standard.
These are community initiatives. What I mean by that is that these are invariably schools, junior schools, secondary schools, which the local people have already started. They actually initiated the actual school. So we go out and primarily help them to move things forward. And I think that's very, very important. They had the need for a school. It's not something we're going to implant on them. It's not something we come up with, decide, oh, you've got to have a school or a nursery school. It has to be an initiative from the actual community.
You probably only get 1 coat of white, possibly on. We'll see how you go on.
Usually it's mums and dads that get involved with this. They start putting the foundations in, but they run out of money. They don't go any further. As we saw at Magara primary school, they started with a what they call a preschool section, but they don't have enough money to put the roof on.
Okay, this is their classroom. This is one of the classrooms in the primary school, and all the kids find it very funny that I'm talking to the camera. But as you'll see, it doesn't have a roof, so they have to stop their lessons as soon as the sun's high in the sky because it gets too hot to have lessons in here. So it's pretty basic, but we're working on the classroom next door, which has a roof and is a full classroom but needs a new coat of paint and some concrete work done outside. So yeah, and all the filming is done with a big audience, which is more pressure than I'm used to. Let's see. Jumbo!
So we'd probably start mixing concrete and mixing paint. By probably 8 o'clock we'd be in the classroom.
It was a real cooperative effort. The guy, a local builder who was overseeing the concreting work and the difficult things. The children joined in, helping with the painting. They were fetching and carrying, and the teachers had to go with the paintbrush as well. And it felt like we were really encouraging things to happen. So it wasn't all down to us. It was about joining in.
Good morning's work, Jack.
Very good. Tiring. Hot? Yeah. Sweating.
How many more coats?
1 more white, yellow, and blue, and paint the windows.
How's it going, Molly?
Good.
Doing a good job of holding the paint there.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is hard work.
Now, this school, what we're talking about is Ngara Primary School, has 600 pupils. We didn't see 600 pupils at any given time. They have to come in relays. There is insufficient classrooms for these children to learn.
Question that is often asked is it worth doing this sort of project? And apart from the fact of interacting with the children there, you witness, you come back home and then you relate to people at home, your experiences.
It is quite common knowledge to people who live in so-called developed countries that there are millions of others around the world who don't have the benefits of running water or electricity at the click of a button like we do, but equally it's all too easy to forget, and visiting a place where that is the reality certainly hammers it home.
We went back for lunch every day. Again, crossing the river, I was really struck by how important that river is to them. It's drinking water for the villages, it's drinking water for the cattle. They're very dependent on that water supply.
The children were really keen to see what was going on and to join in. They were just there, weren't they, all the time, ready to jump in and help.
Anything you do, they respect so much. They'll join in and they don't make you feel foolish at all because you think, gosh, I've got 40 children in front of me, what do I do with them? But anything we did, they just joined in. It was wonderful.
Eyes, mouth, nose. Okay?
Something that just struck me, just the enthusiasm and the passion they showed of actually we're in school and it's a great place to be and we're being given advantages of an education.
Okay, so we've nearly finished the cementing, and these guys work much faster than us. And I'll show you that we've nearly finished.
Would you like to put it down there to show the pile that was there?
Julia's just finished the last little bit. Is it still in the bucket? Oh, this is it. We need video of the last little bit going on. I don't think any of us who went on the trip would pretend that small expeditions like ours could solve all of the inequalities between a village in the UK, for example, and a place like Megara. but I do think a step towards more international cooperation has to be a step in the right direction, really. On behalf of everyone who went on the trip, thanks must go to the Midcounties Co-op, all their members and everyone who helped with the organising of the trip. We had a brilliant week and I'm hopeful that the work we did will have made a positive difference for the school children in Megara.
At the back, can you wake up? Hey! Thank you. Good. You, out. Your history. Right, 7 times table, and I do one concentration please if we could. After me, if we could do this in unison, it'd be good. 1 times 7 is?
7.
2 times 7 is?
14.
Bit more enthusiasm. 3 times 7 is?
21.
4 times 7 is?
28.
5 times 7 can